Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this cool clip dealing with exporting from SUMO to Revit using IFC4. My name is Jacobus Oberholster. I'm an AEC and Prokon technical consultant with Micrographics. I'll be taking you through this short but very helpful clip as to what is available for SUMO or Prokon, rather Prokon SUMO subscribers, and then how to get that model into the Revit space. All right, so we've got our SUMO model over here. This is just a standard truss model. You'll see that it consists of predominantly steel sections that are actually really friendly towards this type of workflow. We will see that the pad footings will not pull in. There is also the option to link IFC within Revit, so that is also something that you can look at. So at the moment in SUMO, if you go to File, and you go to export IFC, you have two MVDs to choose from, and that's the IFC4 structural analysis view and the IFC4 design transfer view. So now structural analysis view and design transfer view is the MVD. And in general, if it comes to actually exporting the model in IFC format that is sort of CAD package friendly, then the design transfer view is the one to look at. If you're looking at exporting this model into or using it in other analysis packages, then the structural analysis view MVD is the good one. So if you think of something like SAP2000, is you can actually export the SUMO model as an IFC4 with the structural analysis view MVD, and you can actually import that into SAP2000, and it is bi-directional as well, which is epic. So if we take this model, we go IFC4, design transfer view, and then we need to set our file name and location. So I already have a folder here, and I call it SUMO IFC model. I'm just going to overwrite that one. And okay, so there's the file name, which consists of the location as well. So make use of that option. Don't just type in a new name. And because we want to put it into Revit, we are going to use the IFC4 design transfer view. And we're going to hit OK. And you'll get this information, quick and simple. I'm going to go to Revit, go to New, select my South African template, and then I'm going to import that IFC file. Okay, so this is now without changing anything, without any sort of mapping section, mapping settings being changed, or whatever it might be. There's a lot more to working with IFCs in the Revit space. But so I haven't changed anything from the default settings. So I'll go to open an IFC file. You'll see here it's just the normal navigation, right? So I'm just going to navigate to the folder where I save that particular file. And then if you remember, this is that particular file, the SUMO IFC model. So I'm going to click on that one. I'm going to hit open. And then it should pull that file in here and actually map quite a lot of its elements. So there's going to be minimal data loss, especially if you're working with a model with largely steel sections. That seems to work very well. All right, so just get this warning: IFC versions 4 and above are only partially supported by Open IFC. Consider using Link IFC instead, and we're going to look at that just now. So we're still in level 0. So what we'll do is we'll just go to our 3D view and we'll see our model over there. It's just taking a little bit of time to load, but that's okay. And you can actually see a lot of the model has been retained. You can actually see your sections there, and the cross sections. The cross sections are over there as well. Where there are lip channels, there are lip channels. You can see the lip channels over there. Let me actually just change the scale so those lines aren't as thick. You can see the lip channels here. You can see angles. You can see the hollow tubing and so forth. So that's quite cool. And that's without any extensions. That's a default workflow and without changing any sections or mapping information for just IFC elements within the Revit space. And I'm sure with that, you'll also be able to get a lot more right with this type of workflow. Now, unfortunately, this workflow is not bidirectional, which means that if you had to save this as now an IFC4 file with a design transfer view MVD, you won't be able to import that into the SUMO space. And you'll actually see a couple of links to different blogs in the description. So these blogs aren't long. They just give you a bit more information about this type of workflow and also the IFC file format in the context of Prokon SUMO. But nonetheless, you can actually send your SUMO model to Revit users using that particular or using this particular workflow. And the nice thing is that it works very well from Revit 2023 upwards. I actually haven't tested older than 2022, but I know that this works in Revit 2023, 24, and 25. Now, if we go and we create a new drawing, or new project rather, and we're going to use the link functionality, let's see if we get more out of that particular model. So we're going to go insert, link IFC, and I'm just going to go look for that IFC again. And we'll see if we actually just get a bit more data out of that particular workflow. All right, there's that SUMO IFC model again. We say open. And let's see what we get out of this. All right, so to our 3D view. All right, and maybe a little bit more information. I don't think so. It doesn't seem like there's a major difference between the two models. So I don't think you'll win much by using that workflow in this particular model. If we go back to the other one, what's nice is that each element can be selected individually, just off the bat, okay, without any changes or anything like that. So here's our SUMO model, and here's our Revit model. And a lot is here, right? That's quite nice. I think I'm quite happy that that functionality is there. It just makes it a bit easier to actually just share your models, maybe even to share your SUMO model with somebody that doesn't have SUMO, that they can at least look at the model and see the geometry and see most of these sections. I'll most likely look at one in the future that deals with concrete elements. So it seems fine with concrete beams and concrete columns, but there seems to be a bit of an issue when it comes to concrete slabs, and we'll definitely look at that in the future. But as for this particular clip, that's all for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, you're welcome to email me directly. You'll actually see my email right at the beginning of this clip. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe. There's a lot more than this available on the Micrographics YouTube page. And yeah, hope to see you in future clips.